So I noticed on this last problem, they really didn't do anything. So I'm like, well, if I've been looking at the pattern, it looks like they highlighted the first two, highlighted the first three, highlighted the next four. So I'm thinking maybe I need to use my yellow crayon or my highlighter to highlight this first column. So let's count those. I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4. I have 5 of these. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness, and I have an extra one, 5. Right here, 5/4. It's gonna just hang out over here somewhere. So that's what this picture shows here. So it's like I have a whole pizza plus 1/4 more. So I'm gonna go, okay, well here's 5 times 1/4. And that means I have 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. It means I really have 5/4. But what you really saw was, again, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, and 5/4. We really know it means you have a whole plus 1 more fourth. So even if I wanted to, I could say equals even more, 1 whole and 1/4, if I want to go farther. So it looks like the last 2 problems on here, we're going to be skip counting. We're going to be doing multiples. So multiples of 1/4 are beginning at 1/4, 1/4, 2/4. What do you think might be next? You're right, 3/4, 4/4, which is really what, everyone? Oh yeah, it's a whole. And 5/4. And we would continue this on. 6/4, 7/4, 8/4, which is really 2, 9/4, 10/4, etc. Then it says, can you represent this on a number line? So use a number line to write the multiples of 1/5. So here's 0. So we know, 1/5. What would come next? Yes, 2/5. 2/5. 3/5. 4/5. Oh my goodness. 1, we already know, is 5/5 because 5/5 equals a whole. So in this box, I'm going to put 4/5 and 5/5. And multiples of 1/5 are 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and 5/5, which we really know equals 1 whole. So now we're working on page 331, where it says share and show. Use the pictures to complete the number equations. It says 3/4 equals, and it looks like we have repeated addition here. Then it says 3/4 equals, and it looks like we have a multiplication equation here. So I'm like, okay, I think I could work this out. I could do it using my pizza, 3/4. I could show 1/4, 2/4, and 3/4. And that would be going like 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals, oh yes, you guessed it, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. We have 3/4 of pizza. If we didn't have a pizza in front of us, we could say, oh, here's a 1 whole. And we have 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals, you guessed it, 3/4. So I could write this in 2 different ways. I could write this like this. 3 equals, once again, 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 and 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 3/4. Or I could just say I have 3 1/4, so 3 times 1/4 equals 3/4. Number 2 here says, write the fraction as a product of a whole number and a unit fraction. Product. Oh, that means they want me to multiply using a whole number and a fraction. Oh, I think I can do that. So this is 4/5. So I can go 1/5 plus 1/5, which is 2/5, one more fifth, which is 3/5, and one more fifth, which is 4/5. Oh my goodness. Now I look at this. How many parts do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can say 4 times, and what are my fraction parts? 1/5. I have 4 1/5 parts. So the answer is 4 times 1/5 equals 4/5. The next problem is number 3. So this is 3/10. Again, write the fractions of product of a whole number and a unit fraction. Well, my unit fractions, it looks like are going to be tenths. So I have 1/10 plus 2/10 plus 3/10 because it said 3/10. Now I look, how many of these 1/10 do I have? I have 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 1/10. Again, I'm going to be multiplying, so I want that product answer. 3 times, I have 1/10, 1/10, and 1/10 times 1/10. So 3 times 1/10 equals 3/10. So my next problem says, we need to have 8/3. Well, that sure sounds like a lot of thirds and a lot of wholes. So I'm like, okay, well, here's 1/3, here is 2/3, and here is 3/3. And we know, oh my goodness, I bet anything, 3/3 makes that whole, right? Yes. But it says we have to have 8/3. So then I have 4/3, 5/3, 6/3. Oh my goodness, now I have 2 wholes, one here and one here. But I haven't reached that 8/3 yet, so I need to keep adding. 7/3, 8/3. So I could do repeated addition. 1/3 plus 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 1/3 equals 8/3. I have 8 of these. 8 1/3s. So again, how many do I have? I have 8 times 1/3 of my unit fraction. So 8 times 1/3 equals 8/3. If I wanted to challenge myself, I could say, oh yeah, I also know that's really 2 wholes, 1 whole, 2 wholes, and 2/3. So really, 8/3 equals 2 wholes and 2/3. And you can see that right here. The last part of this lesson is writing the list the next 4 multiples of the unit fraction. So this is pretty easy. We have 1/6, so the next one must be 2/6. The next one must be, you guessed it, 3/6, which we also know really is a half. I'm trying to think how to write a 6 upside down. Then we have 4/6, and then we have 5/6. And we would keep going on. 6/6, 7/6, 8/6, 9/6. Write 1/3, the multiples of 1/3. So we have 1/3. Everybody, what would be the next one? Yes, 2/3. What would be the next one? Awesome, 3/3. And we know that 3/3 really equals a, yes, a whole. Then we have 4/3. And then we have 5/3. And you know what? You guys are so smart. You can do all the multiples. 6/3, 7/3, 8/3, 9/3. You have this, and I hope you enjoy this lesson and have fun with it. Have a great day.